Here are my detailed thoughts on part 2 of Arcane. I just finished reviewing it, watching it again a second time, and I cried 3 times, y'all. 3 times I cried. The show is a masterpiece. Now, again, as in the last detailed video, I have my notes right here in front of me on my laptop that I'll be reviewing. I don't have timestamps, I just wanted to write, so no timestamps this time. But I will post these notes on this Word doc. I'll post this in the description eventually and on my socials in case you want to read the thought process to see what I'm talking about here. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, also, I'm actually filming this on Saturday, November 23rd. It is 1 a.m. Central Time. So part 3 is dropping soon, and I'm so hyped. I want to stay up to watch it, but I'll probably go to bed and just watch it first thing in the morning before I check the internet to see what's going on because I don't want to get spoiled. All right. So, starting with episode 4. The episode opens up with the riots and all of the jinxers and anybody who supports Jinx getting taken in and questioned by all of the enforcers and topside. And the way that they did that, I think, was really, really well done, as they do everything. Incredible. All right, so the scene with Maddie and Caitlyn, dog. I saw that. I said, come on now. Come on now, Caitlyn. With Maddie, you know that it's all about Vi, and it's not about Kayla. It's not about Maddie at all. Like, what are you doing, dog? And Twitter was all up in an uproar. Nobody liked that. Nobody liked that. People said, I understand because it's Caitlyn, but I was just going, hello, come on now. Come on. And it's really funny how Maddie was really trying in bed to get some of that sexy time, and Caitlyn wasn't having it. She got curved, yo. All right, so I thought that the beetle fight that Jinx set up for her and Isha was super cute. They did a fantastic job. I didn't know what was going on at first. I thought these were these big old beetles that I don't know. I don't know everything that's down below, but it's just a little beetle fight. So that was really cute. Isha's beetle. Isha, I can't talk. I'm still wrecked from reviewing it again. That's how much it wrecked me. The show is such a masterpiece. Okay, I literally, you can't see it now, but there were teardrops that formed because they fell on my face and onto my shirt. Okay, anyway. Okay, Isha's beetle winning the fight meant blue hair for Isha, and I thought that was so, so cute how she wanted to be a little mini Jinx. That was so, so cute. And I know that Isha loves Jinx, and the fact that she wanted to be just like her. Jinx said, it's wild that I, wanted to leave Jinx and Powder behind, but you remind me of a young Powder, even though she's dead and gone. So at this point, it was interesting because Jinx didn't align herself with Powder or with Jinx. She was just in this weird limbo where she had this self identity crisis because she wasn't out there with the ralliers or anything. She was just hanging out with Isha, and I thought that was so cute. Oh yeah, so Isha setting up the big old smoke show and pretending to be Jinx that got everybody on topside saying, "Yo, Jinx is back," but Caitlyn was going, nah. Caitlyn and Manny were going, it doesn't match. There's no body count. There's no anything like that. But Isha being a young little Jinx, she's just a little Powder out here in these streets, and we love that. I thought it was really funny how when Mbessa came in to talk to Caitlyn, and she warned her, hey, I don't want to, I want to warn you about professional entanglement. She know that Maddie wasn't for her either. She knows that. I thought the question that Caitlyn asked Mbessa of, why is peace always the justification for violence? Such a strong, strong statement there. Lest is a wild character, how she was doing the shimmer paint on Sallow. Lest is a wild, wild character. Man. All right. Okay, so Vika asking Jinx to come to the rally, and Jinx was saying, nah, I'm just not about it. And oh, yeah, just goes into what I already said before about her, Jinx, not having a clear sense of identity at that point and just feeling a little lost in that regard. So Savika wanted Jinx to come to the rally. Jinx did not. But I thought that Savika did a really good job at rallying everybody up. I was going, yeah, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. And then Isha came out and got everybody on the train, and that was super hype. But then they came and broke it up. So that was uh that was super sad. And I was looking up Isha. I wish I remembered who commented, but they asked if I could talk about Isha. And hold on. Okay, I'm going a little off the rails here, so I can shout you out. I'm going to my YouTube studio. But what I was going to say is they asked if I could talk about Isha. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to make a separate video of talking about Isha, because I feel that it is there's a lot of talk about people, and we're gonna find out because the next act is going to drop tonight. But there is discourse about the role that Isha serves, and oh, there it is, Aiden Donnelly. Hey, Aiden. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about this as I was writing this, and I looked up Isha's name, what it means, and in different languages, in Sanskrit, the word Isha means to protect, or well, it comes from the Sanskrit word Ish, which means to protect or to rule, and that perfectly matches up because Jinx wants to protect Isha, and Isha wants to protect Jinx, vice versa. So Isha is a name for the supreme being and is used to refer to the goddess Parvati to express her purity. I definitely feel that Isha resembles purity in its form, and also since Jinx said that she felt that she saw her younger self in Isha. I feel that perfectly matches. And also in Arabic, Isha translates to life. And I feel that Jinx definitely found new life in caring for Isha, as in the third episode of Act 2, so episode 6, Jinx told Isha that ever since she dropped into her life, she felt that her vision, she put glasses on. She didn't know if it was her vision getting blurrier or clear. So I feel that perfectly matches. And also in Indian belief, one's name is a reflection of their destiny. And that definitely comes into play with Isha just pow with the gun in the next in the last part. Oh my gosh, I'm so wrecked. We're gonna find out what happens, and I'm so excited. I hope she's not gone, but she might be. She might be. I hear my sister humming downstairs because she hasn't seen any of Arcane yet and doesn't want to get spoiled, and I don't want to spoil her either. So I hear her humming. She's probably humming until she can put music in her AirPods so she can not overhear and get spoiled. All right, moving on. Savika, man, during the rally, her arm got. Man, she can't catch a break. Just give the girl her arm, man. She got. Oh, that made me sad because she didn't have it the rest of the time. Jinx's arm there. Now, when Savika told Jinx about how Topside came and took everyone, including Isha, if you saw my last detailed thoughts video, I said that it seems that there's so much of the show that's told from Jinx's perspective because of that neon graffiti mask effect. And this happened whenever Jinx was fighting the voices in her head and going, stop it, stop it, stop it, and seeing all of the I think it's just a really cool effect that whenever we see through Jinx's perspective or about Jinx, that we see the neon graffiti mask symbols and everything. Hello, why is that glitching? Oh, I don't know why there's a line through my document here. Interesting. All right. And continuing on. Oh, when Jinx and Savika went to Topside, whenever the two of them went up to an enforcer, and the enforcer said, "You look like a half-eaten circus tent." And she took such offense to going, "What's wrong with my pants?" And I am Jinx. So that was hilarious. Whenever they, uh, Savika and Jinx got down into the jail, and Jinx said, "It's me, your big fat hero." And nobody said anything. They just tapped her shoulder. That was very just, wow. They're just, yeah, just tapping her on the way out and saying thank you without words. I thought it was very, very powerful. Then after that, when the beast, Warwick Vander, came because of Singed with the whole, calling blood call, I thought it was, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, wait, not in the jail. Hold on. So I should follow my notes. So I thought it was really cool whenever, Vander was coming in the, lift, and Ambessa was waiting outside. The door was just going bop, bop, bop. And I thought that that was reminiscent of whenever Ambessa was going the at the rally whenever she was hyping everybody up about Caitlyn, and I feel that matches Mbessa, and that's sort of her theme, the battle theme. And then of course it went with the music, so I thought that was super super sick. Also, Mbessa is just a really sick character. The armor that she dons and how she unsheathed the sword and was just waiting for the beast to come out, man. Because she was saying, I don't know what's coming, but she was ready for it though. Oh, hiccup. You hate to see it. I have another hiccup coming on. Okay. No, I don't. All right. So whenever, oh man, my heart melted whenever Jinx found Isha. Just the multiple hugs and just wow. Jinx really cares about you, and Isha really cares about Jinx. It was so heartwarming. Now, when Vander was fighting Jinx, Warwick Vander, I'm just gonna call him Vander, okay, for the sake of this. That's wild how Jinx can move like that. She just her wow, her speed is cracked. She just zips and zaps away. It's bananas. Okay, now I saw somewhere on Twitter, I wish I remembered where, but someone took notice that after Vander's rampage, that Vander had taken out the warden that was there. And they said it was nice because Vander got revenge for when that warden was super rude and bullying and everything else to Vi whenever she was down there in the cell before. So Vander got revenge for his daughter. Okay, so that was episode 4. Now we're going to move on to episode 5. I love how Laura still supports Vi through her crashing and burning after dipping out and not having Caitlyn. He was all up in the stands watching her and giving her pep talks because we saw that in this big old montage of how she was doing great, and she was, so she at least had somebody that was in her ring there. It was wild, the juxtaposition of how Caitlyn and Vi both dealt with what was going on. Caitlyn went to Maddie because Maddie was, as people said, Caitlyn's Caitlyn. I get it. And Vi went to punching things in the ring. So she was doing her Fight Club business. They both had their things that they needed to help them cope, and that was it. It was really well done, I feel, how Vi had this big montage of her just doing, she was just killing. She was killing the game. And she was just taking names and just bop, 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 one after another. Body count going up. Easy money. But then she started going downhill, and people started getting her, and she was getting tortured, and she kept seeing thoughts of Jinx, and she kept seeing thoughts of Caitlyn, and she was just getting wrecked left and right. And Loris was going, dog, come on now. And they were fighting. So it was cool to see that montage of her crashing and burning. The sister reunion. Oh, it was so good. I know Vi was so mad, obviously, but Jinx was saying no. It was just so cool finally seeing the sisters together. And obviously they were fighting, but we know that they were going to talk it out in some regard. So that was really really cool seeing that. All right, so jumping back to Mbessa, Caitlyn, and Singed. Yo, okay, so Singed, homie got some bars. Okay, whenever Mbessa said, "In my experience, only guilty men answer accusations with silence," and Singed said, "In my experience, no one in power is innocent." Dog, homie be bringing the bars left and right. And then another bar that he had, uh, when he was telling Caitlyn, "Your youth betrays you. Patience is a product of age, both of which I possess in abundance." Dog, that man's prose goes hard. Yo, is wildin'. Now, jumping to Mel in the Akalorum prison. So it's still weird and it doesn't make any sense to me because I know Kino, who was not Kino, says that that is the Oculorum, which is basically this prison that people put people in, whether that's false prophets or rich people just throw people in there, whatever the case. It does seem to be an Oculorum, but whenever Mel was figuring things out and figuring out how to get there, how to get out, rather, and it just went back to the Black Rose setup thing. I was thinking, is she really in an Oculorum or is she just in the whole Black Rose parallel pocket dimension thing and it's not really an Oculorum? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just thinking in my linear thing. I'll go back to that. But they did get me though. I did think that was Kino. I was going, "Oh, look at that, a nice family reunion. That's so good." It wasn't a reunion after all, which was sad. Oh, hiccup, sad. Jumping back to when Jinx, Vi, and Isha are looking for Vander down below. The glow in the dark mushrooms are wildin', and the fact that Jinx just ate it, bonkers. Love to see it. The little sisterly fight that Jinx and Vi had was cute. It was endearing. It was a little wholesome of them just fighting it out and all of that. And then I think that Vi definitely softened up after she accidentally clocked Isha and she saw how Jinx took care of Isha and made sure that she was okay. And because this show is really, really good at showing so much emotion in facial expressions and just in eyes alone. And you could see Vi going, "Wow, Jinx really cares about Isha." And I think that was really, really, really cool. Oh, and I forgot a part that I really loved when Jinx said, "Oh, there, 1 second," right after she slapped by. That was so good. Okay, so here's Singed with another bar. Whenever Mbessa was saying, "Yo, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. That beast, whatever that thing was, that was wildin'. Cause I've versed so many beasts and everything." And he said, "No beast is more savage than man." Like, dog. Okay, Kendrick. Okay. Yo, speaking of which, Kendrick just surprise dropped an album today. I haven't heard it yet, but that's wild. And I know that he was talking about how Lil Wayne was how nobody congratulated him and how Wayne was mad about the thing. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. Maybe I'll talk about that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, back to Arcane. That's what we're here for, right? So Caitlyn did figure out that Singed is Dr. Revik, who was an alchemist who somehow just disappeared from everything. But she found out, and it was revealed officially that Dr. Revik created Shimmer, that he, said that officially there. And he said, of course, that he created it so he could cure his daughter. And I thought it was interesting that, of course, this is just a general trope thing, but it is funny how fighting for love most times ends up leading to disastrous consequences. That somebody has a very noble thought of, yes, I'm trying to save my partner, I'm trying to save my best friend, I'm trying to save my kid, and then in the pursuit of love, it ends up going south in so many ways. It's just very interesting, and it's no different here. Dr. Revik was just trying to help his daughter out, created Shimmer, and then Shimmer turned into this whole thing. So that's wild. Okay, so back to the Akalorum. Okay, I put in my notes, was that a real Akalorum or just a Mindscape dealio? Yo, and then Mel going all Super Saiyan. What's up with that? What's up with that, huh? She was getting all chained up. They said, sister. And then Mel said, and then went all Super Saiyan. So that's a little wildin'. Now, I think okay, so a design thing. I think it's really cool how Vi had the double dog, the Cerberus. I know Cerberus has three heads, but I'm just gonna say a duo head Cerberus on her jacket for her design. I think that's really cool because I feel that that double-headed Cerberus is a very good representation of how so many characters, especially at this point in the show, are dealing with two different sides of themselves. Vi has been struggling with two different sides of herself because she went back and forth just how she wanted to not join the enforcers ranks and be one of the piltovers, the goody goody two shoes, because obviously with what happened with her parents. But then on the other side, she is fighting against that and she doesn't want to do that, so she went back and forth with that, of course. And then she's also hiccup goodness, she's also fighting with herself because of trying to separate Jinx and how she's her sister and she's not her sister. So she has her dual things. Jinx, of course, struggling with her identity crisis of Jinx and Powder and separating those and not knowing what's going on. Vander, of course, with his Vander side and the Warwick side, he's doing his thing. So there's so many people who are fighting two different demons, essentially. Very, very cool there. All right. Yep. Okay. So the throwback. Whenever we got to see Felicia, we got to see Jinx and Vi's mom. It was so cool seeing Felicia and seeing Vander and seeing Silco just kicking it, talking about their dreams and how they wanted to have Zon be this really cool, thriving place, and them having a game plan and being so excited. And then her sharing the news that she was pregnant and how Vander took the alcohol away, put some juice, because it's new times. New times. Now, something that I did notice, and I noticed this of my own accord actually, I didn't see this anywhere, so this one's on me. I saw that on the disc that was playing whenever Felicia said that she really loved that song, there were two girls that were on that disc. And on the okay, there were two girls on the disc, and one of the girls had a red, no wait, blue hair tie, and I thought that that was a signification of Jinx. And then the other girl had these little flowers that were red. So I felt that that was Vi. I thought that that was really, really cool. Also, Felicia's hair is purple, and red and blue together make purple. Mmm. Mmm. Again, I also noticed that one myself. Not everything I noticed myself. I see a lot of stuff on Twitter and Reddit, but those two, those are all me. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so as I was watching this through again, whenever that scene happened, whenever everything went dark, and Vi and Vander were hugging when he snapped out of blood mode, and Jinx went over and she saw, and then Vi was just going, "What are you waiting for? He's your dad too." Dog, I lost it again. That's wild. Tears literally streaming down my face with how much that it just got me. This show is so wild and how good it is. And the fact that I already saw it and I cried again, and the music choice is just perfect. The what have they done to us song is just wow, it's perfect. Okay. And then I thought something I noticed watching it again was the song it was playing the song and you could hear all the lyrics. And then the lyric came, "This story is over. I predict the end." And then the music dipped out again. "This story is over. I predict the end." And this was around the time, obviously, that Isha is joining in the hug. So she's the last person to join in the hug. And then, of course, in the next episode, she's the last person to finish it. So I thought that was super rude for them to put that lyric in because it's a foreshadowing of what's going to happen. Very well done. Doesn't make me happy, but it's very, very well done. Oh, okay. Our boy Jace. Jace went through some things, touching and seeing, experiencing whatever homie experienced. Because homie aged a lot. He saw some things. He's a weathered man now. He's a weathered man. And when he was talking with Sallow, well, he was talking to Sallow, but also to Victor, since he was doing that "I'm in your head" deal. Victor said that he was clouded by emotions when Jay said, "Hey man, I thought you were done with Hex Tech, dog. I thought you were done with me." He said, "Yeah, I was clouded by emotions." So that explains why he was really cold to Jason. He just dipped out. And in the last video, I said, "Dang man, homie didn't even have any emotions. He just said, yep, all right, I'm up out of the hex web. All right, see ya, gotta go." Just nothing. So he was clouded by emotions. And okay, so Jace, as I said, homie seen some things. It feels like I have my contact in, but I know I don't. Interesting. So, homie was on a mission because Jace said he had to finish it. And Salo said, "Yeah, I gotta go back to Victor." And then Jace said, that ain't gonna work." And then Salo said, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and kept going in there. Dog. No hesitation, just clocked him. That's wild. No hesitation. Okay, so that's how it ended. Love to see it. Episode 6, last part of Act 2. Okay, so during the spar between Mbessa and Caitlyn, Mbessa was talking about the whole principles and bullet points, if you will, of combat. And Mbessa said that a fourth principle of combat is sacrifice. And of course, as we know, that came into play with Isha. I thought that was very well placed, very well done. You sly riders, you have a hiccup coming on. Okay, do I have another one? All right, there we go. Okay. I was laughing whenever Jinx, Vi, Vander, and Isha went into the Herald's Commune, and Jinx was calling Victor a metal fortune cookie. And then uh, Victor was saying, "Yeah, I got one condition," and Jinx said, "Yeah, you got a couple." Like, dang, dog, you quick witted with it. And it was really cute whenever Vi asked Jinx what she thinks, and Jinx was going, "You're asking what I think?" And I thought that was really funny because up until this point, Jinx was still referring to Vi as her sister in multiple conversations and scenarios, whereas Vi had said, "Nah, Jinx is not my sister anymore. She's gone. She's just gone." But the tables have flipped because Vi is now seeing Jinx as a sister. So I thought that was really cool. Isha taking care of Vanter, I think, is very, very cute in different regards. She's saying, "Oh yeah, come on," and protecting him and giving him water in her helmet. Super cute. Now the throwback visions when the song "Remember Me" comes on. That was so wholesome, and seeing them all interact when they were younger with their mom and with each other and just everybody, was so well done. And that song, that "Remember Me" song by David, that right now is at the top of my on repeat on play Spotify, and it's just such a good song, and it just elicits such wild emotions now. It's definitely one of my favorite songs. Favorite songs now. So Jinx asking what if they stayed and helped out. Amazing. And that shot of where you can see the commune there and you can see Jinx and Vi, and it's just all the beautiful flowers. So, so good. That's a new computer wallpaper for sure. I'm not going to put it on my computer though until Chloe watches it because I don't want her to walk into the room and get spoiled. But that's going to be my PC wallpaper, I think. Singed to telling Victor whenever he came in, if you perish, your community will be soon to follow. Man, how right he was, because the community, they fell out real quick like. Now, the tussle between Vi and Caitlyn. Now, I didn't notice this of my own accord. I missed it, but I did see somewhere on Twitter that that same routine that Mbessa was running through with Caitlyn was the same routine that Caitlyn ended up using on Vi. Word for word, bar for bar. If you look back at it, it's the same exact routine. Down to the whoop on the floor, same thing. Real sick. Also, something I saw on Twitter was whenever Caitlyn captured Vi and took her in, there was a point whenever Vi spit on Caitlyn's cheek. And people said, man, she could have wiped the spit away from her mouth, but she wiped it towards her mouth. They're like, you little freak, you. Thought that was hilarious. Okay, that punching the bullet setup that Vi did with Mbessa was insanity. That was so sick. That's making a melee character a long distance character right there. Tossing the bullet up and just the net bullet thing and punching it and getting Mbessa. Yo, that was so fire. Okay, going back to when Jace was walking around in the commune, that Arcane, yo, that messed Jace up. Homie is just going and having all the visions and hearing all the thoughts. It messed him up. I also found it really funny how the little kid was leading Jace to Victor, and everybody was just looking and going, yeah, hi, yep, you're gonna get healed up. You look a little roughed up, but that's okay. You're gonna be healed. And everybody going, and Jace going, yeah, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take him out. Now, when Jace came up to Victor's, whether it's his house or his lab or his evil lair or good lair, whatever, that image of him just floating right there, that went so hard. He's got those light webs around him. Sick. God mode, basically. Okay, so I think whenever Rictus came in, whenever Caitlyn took Singed out, and Rictus came in and said, you've, you betrayed Mbessa. This death will be a deep cut, or whatever he said. And then he was fighting Jinx. Again, Jinx's movement speed is cracked. She's literally moving as fast as Barry Allen. She's over here just doing flash stuff, just and she's got all the shimmer zaps around her. Crazy. Bananas. Wildin'. And then Vander going, don't touch my daughter. That was so good. So good. Ugh. Okay, so, again, just like you did with Sallow, the fact that Jace just got him. Just got Victor. No problem. No hesitation. Just that Arcane gave homie a mission. Just downloaded it, said, here's the execution, here's the run file. Time to run with it. Wildin'. And then okay. So after the murking of Victor, there's a shot of the commune that's a top-down view. I did timestamp this one at 31:20. I feel that it sort of looks like the symbol that's on Felicia's pendant. And I could be looking too much into it since I'm reviewing this and watching it a second time and looking for things to notice. But it did seem sort of reminiscent with the circle. I'll have to go back and look. I didn't go back and look before I'm filming this because I wanted to get this filmed. but it did look reminiscent of that. Okay, also, after Jace completely just murked Victor, homie didn't even stop to breathe. Homie just walked out on his next mission, whatever that is. We're gonna find out tonight, tomorrow, whenever, or whenever you watch it. But homie didn't even stop to breathe. Homie just said, all right, on to the next one. Dog, take a minute, man. Grab some water, man. Take a break. Take a break. And then I can't even talk. After the Herald was destroyed, it was so sad how it just undid all of the work that had been done on Vander. So, similar to how everybody who got healed, they just lost their soul. Similarly, Vander lost all of that goodness, and it was just replaced with the molten lava Warwick tumultuous rage that was just built in there. Now, when Mbessa saw Caitlyn after the betrayal, again, Arcane is so good, so good at having such a penchant for expressing emotions in people's facial expressions and their eyes. Mbessa said 1,000,001 words in that moment of just before she just gave the call for everybody to just go forth. And then again, with Isha watching Jinx as she was getting tossed around in the fight and everything. Again, the emotions that were just plastered all over Isha's eyes and facial expressions were just crazy. And then I literally wrote tears streaming down my face again. As Isha was thinking back of you saw the throwback times of all the good times, and then Isha jumping and having tears in her eyes, and then of course a hiccup, excuse me, and of course the final shot that Isha took, the sacrificial shot. Dog, I think she's done, because there's such a big thing about sacrifice. It was nodded to it in the beginning. Well, it was nodded to it in multiple ways. How Mbessa was talking about sacrifice as one of the most important pillars of combat. How the song said that it predicts the end of this story. So that's another one. And yeah, so I think she's done. I really wanted to film this before I saw part 3, so I wouldn't be jaded. This is my real, genuine thought that I think that she's done. Yeah, I think it's real sad. I think they're both done. And the last line that Victor said as he was, going out, that which inspires us to our greatest good is also the cause of our greatest evil. And again, that goes with the thing that I said, that, yeah, it's funny how love ends up creating such disastrous results. Wow. Well, those are my 38 minutes and 54 seconds about of my detailed thoughts on Act 2 of Arcane. I'm very excited to watch the third one. You know what they say,